Alright guys, so 2024 is looking to be an absolutely incredible year for sneakers, and what better way to get hyped about that year that's coming up than to go over all the releases in the beginning of the dry month of January when nothing is really going on and there's not much to look forward to in the cold, hard winter. We are going to go over all of the current shoes that are coming out in 2024 that I am personally hyped for. So if the shoe is not on the list, it's because I personally don't care about it, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad shoe. I just don't have time to cover every single shoe ever. It's just going to be the ones that I think are important, and these are going to be them. So 2023 was a year where you could not say that on January 1st there was a slew of releases that everyone was excited for. So I'm very excited for this because it is proof of a good year coming up. I have a list right here on my phone, and we're going to jump right into it with the Adidas Yeezy 2024 lineup. Now, with Kanye and Adidas parting ways many years ago, at this point it was already like 2 years ago, they did say that they're never going to release another Yeezy again, but that was proven to be completely untrue as they released tons of new releases, restocks, especially over the summer of 2023. We had a bunch of shoes drop, and this is going to be no exception to that. The rumored lineup I'm going to put right here on a screenshot, like just a picture of all of the shoes rumored to be releasing. I don't think that's accurate, but among those shoes we have some new and old Yeezy slide colorways, new and old foam runners, the zebras restocking, the blue tints, the Oreos, the breads, the Chills, and many, many more. We had the 500s, a pair of the whitish ones, and also possibly the most hyped of all, the 750 Grey Gums, which are an OG Yeezy from way back in the Adidas heyday. So those are the rumored releases. I don't think that they'll all come out because a lot of those shoes already released last year and the year before that. So we'll see what happens. I do think that the Oreo 350s are one that have a good shot of restocking because I don't think that they ever have in the last few years. So that's a good one for sure. The 750s would be legendary. I wouldn't wear those personally, but a lot of people love those from the OG days. Not going to spend too much time on this because it is predominantly just stuff we've seen before, but stay tuned for Yeezy and Adidas and what's to come. Next up, we got Ama Meniere Jordan. Ama Meniere had a pretty mediocre 2023, followed up by a incredible 2022 and 2021. 2021 being their best year where they released those Jordan 3s that everyone loves, and then 2022 we had the 4s. 2023 we had the 5s, which came out very late in the year, and a lot of people just weren't feeling them, including myself. I do have a review for those, so check them out if you feel the need. But this year we do have, allegedly, a new pair of 3s and a new pair of 4s. I'm going to put the 3s up right here and then the 4s up right after that. And if these release exactly as expected in this form that they're depicted to be in, that will be a pretty good release in my opinion. I think that they both look pretty solid. I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan 3s in general, so I like the 4s better naturally just in terms of how they look. But it's a pretty cool release, but I'm sure that the mock-up images will not prove to be accurate because they never really do with Ama Meniere. Ama Meniere is a company that really just, you can't really predict them that well. One problem though is that James Whitner, the creative director and owner of Ama Meniere, actually was accused of a $32 million money laundering scheme. So we're going to have to see where that goes. If that does prove to be true, then this collab is pretty much screwed. But we'll see what happens with Almanier. Keep your eyes peeled. Now next up, what we are going to get into is a few shoes that are not collabs, but they are possibly the most hyped shoes that we have heard of so far. The first one is the Jordan 4 Reimagined. Now, this shoe is basically a Jordan 4 Bred with a leather upper instead of the nubuck and a few other details that are different. What I will say about these is that these are coming very soon. They were supposed to release on All-Star Weekend, I believe February 17th, and people already have pairs in hand, which is a pretty good indicator that they are coming very, very soon. So it's going to be one of the first releases of the year, probably the first one that people are actually losing their minds about, and it's been a while since we had a good All-Star Weekend shoe. So this is definitely fitting the bill. People are already saying this is sneaker of the year. I'm going to have to wait and see what else comes out. But definitely a shoe that people are going to be excited about just because it's a Jordan 4. It's an OG colorway and it's a reimagined. And as you can tell back here, the Lost and Found Reimagineds did incredible. The Jordan 3 Reimagineds did pretty good as well. Not my cup of tea, but people love them too. So the Reimagined series has been doing incredible lately, and ever since its conception back with the Lost and Founds in 2022. It's a great idea by Jordan Brand to put some of the best colorways at the forefront of their lineup, and this is no exception to that rule. So Jordan 4 Reimagined, keep your eyes peeled. Another Reimagined that will be coming out later in the year, and we do have less information about, is the Black Toe Reimagined Jordan 1s. This is going to be a huge release, similar to the Lost and Founds, which are Chicago Reimagined. They will just feature the black toe color blocking, so the red on the heel and the black on the toe. I prefer the Chicago color blocking, but for those who missed the Lost and Founds or just are a big fan of this colorway overall, people are going to have a field day with these. And stock should probably be pretty decent, just like the Lost and Founds and the Jordan 4 Reimagined. These should have decent stock. So I'm pretty excited for this. Probably going to be one of the latter releases for the year. It's going to be at the end. So it might be a while until we see these, but when we finally do, people are going to be excited and losing their minds. I have no doubt at all. The shape from leaked images does appear to be a little bit different, so we'll have to see about all that. Definitely stay tuned for all the info regarding those. The next shoe is another Jordan 4, and it's another OG colorway. These are the military blue Jordan 4s. Not much info is being released about these as of yet. I believe they're coming out sometime in the summer. But they are a super clean Jordan 4. It's basically the military blacks, just with blue, which is the original way that the shoe was released. Before the blacks ever were even a thought, the military blues released back in like 2003. And it's a clean colorway for sure. Not one that I'm going to be going crazy about unless it's a Nike SB Jordan 4. Nike SB Jordan 4 made waves with those pine greens last year, which unfortunately I do not have anymore, which was silly of me, but definitely a clean shoe. It's way more comfortable than a regular Jordan 4. So if those military blues happen to be an SB, which I think everyone would admire and appreciate if Nike were to do that, then that shoe will be way more hyped. But regardless, it's going to be a hype shoe. I just can't wear normal 4s at all. They're too uncomfortable. So we'll have to see about all that. But yeah, military blues are definitely on my radar. And coming in at the end of the list, and probably the most hyped of all, I'm not wearing Travis Scott Jordan for no reason. 2024 is going to be an insane year for Travis Scott and Nike. We have a few things that are definitely going to be releasing. We got 2 pairs of Jordan 1 lows, which, I mean, I thought that we were done with the Jordan 1 lows years ago when Travis Scott said that we were done with them. but apparently we are not. So we do have the canary yellows, which have been circling the last couple of days, and we basically know what they look like. I think that they are going to be a really cool shoe because they're yellow and they're super hyped, and we don't really get that combination too much. We had those canary yellow Jordan 1 off-whites that never released, and overall yellow has been a lacking color in the color palette of Jordan brands. So Travis Scott putting a yellow shoe out there in a Jordan 1 low should be pretty crazy. And then the other one, which in my opinion is a must-have, are the Travis 1 Low Black Olives. These basically incorporate all the best details from the original mochas as well as the olives that dropped in 2023 to combine into possibly the best Jordan 1 Low Travis that we've seen ever. So I need a pair of those. If I'm able to get them in my size, I'll be super tempted to keep them, and I probably will keep them. This is a super clean shoe. It's not exactly new, we've seen it so many times, but colorway is clean. But besides the lows, we do have a couple mock-ups for shoes that could be releasing. We got the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack, which is his own signature shoe, and we have a few different ways that it could look. So right here actually, I'm going to put a picture of the potential for the Jumpman Jack itself, and then I'm going to put up the Sharkadon Nike Air trainers, which are also supposed to be an up-and-coming collab with Travis Scott. Those, especially the lighter pair, are super clean. I like them a lot. So that's one that I'll be excited about, and I'll love to get a review on those out there. But that Jumpman Jack one is not really my thing, but I'm sure once we see it and Travis Scott starts wearing it on the airways, he is able to really make anything go crazy as we've seen over the past couple of years. And I'm sure this will be no exception. So 2024 is looking to be an incredible year for the sneaker community, as we've seen throughout this whole video. Those are the main releases that I can think of off the top of my head. A few honorable mentions. We got the Fear of God Adidas collaboration, which I don't really like, but people love it. Then we got the J Balvin 3 in the black colorway. Again, not my thing, but definitely a shoe to look out for because they will have resale value. So with that being said, I'm going to end it off right here, not to keep you guys for too long. Thanks for watching, take care, more to come, and I'll see you all later. Peace.